Welcome back here for the Common Game. Today, deck number 924, Imaryll, the Elfhame Elite, is brought to you by our wonderful patrons. Thank you. Thank you all so much. And Dragon Shield. Now, this particular deck is in Dragon Shield Lime that can be found at your local game store. So let's get into Imaryll, shall we? Now, this is yet another elf deck. I know. I've lost most of y'all just in that moment. However, this elf commander is unlike any one I've ever seen before. 4 mana, you get a 3/3. Okay, sure. Whenever Imaryll attacks, it gets +X/+X, where X is the number of elves you control. That's cool. The best line is the next one. You may have Imaryll assign its combat damage as though it were not blocked. Now, some people call that Super Trample. I've called it Super Trample. The Thorn Elemental ability, it's just a great thing. So, you just attack with it. Your other elves don't have to attack. You just sit back and you just only attack with Imaryll. And, whoop, yeah, that's what happens. People die. It doesn't matter if they block it. I'm still going to do damage to you. The first time you do it, it grabs attention at the table. So there is quite a bit of things that you need to support, like Swiftfoot Boots. To be honest with you, the Whispersill Cloak would be outstanding as well. Although I don't have the cloak for a reason because, Shroud. But anyway, we want to get mass amounts of elves on the board. We want to do that, and we want to swing with our commander. So we're going to go through our ramp first, shall we? Now, we have a little bit of spell ramp in here, like Rampant Growth and Cultivate and whatnot, but mainly what we have is Llanowar Elves, Elvish Mystic, Priest of Titania is probably the best elf ever printed. Wood Elves is going to get us a land. Doesn't do much besides that. A lot of people don't play the Wood Elves because, well, once it grabs its land, that's it. Well, it counts as an elf on the board for our commander. Llanowar Tribe, Oracle of Moldiah, playing lands off the top. That's beautiful. Circle Dreams Druid. I like a Gaia's Cradle in elf form. Elfhame, Marwyn, Accomplished Alchemist, and even Nissa, who shakes the world. So this is, it's beautiful. Now for card draw, we have like Realm Walker. I had the fortunate ability to have Realm Walker and Oracle of Moldiah out and play once when I played this deck. So you could you could literally play elves or lands off top of your library. It's like drawing cards. Harmonize, Shamanic Revelation, and Beast Whisperer. All great card draw spells, and still maintaining around the elf theme here. Because, like I said, the idea this commander is one of the most brutally efficient elf commanders I've ever seen. And the little stuff in it, like we're going to get to the Elvish Champions. There's a whole bunch, but let's start off with just Elvish Champion. Y'all know what it does. All elves get +1/+1 in Forest Walk. And then I have the crop rotation to go and get Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth, to make all lands forest. So our entire team is unblockable to every opponent. Right? Not that we are all messed up about our team. We're worried about our commander because the commander is just going to kill people straight out. But we have other ways to pump our commander as well. Elvish Archdruid, Cultivator of Blades, Canopy Tactician, Gladeheart Cavalry. Tribal Unity is a card. Hadn't been printed in a while, but it's good. Timberwatch Elf, another common that you're like, what? So I can just win not a lot of decks does Timberwatch Elf do that in. Dwayne, Immaculate Magistrate. Talking about putting the counters on your commander for each elf that already count your elves, and then it's a huge math problem that results in a lot of dead opponents. Struggle for Skimfar, Imperious Perfect, Wirewood Pride, an instant. I mean, I say the deck built itself, but I have a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun building it. Had a lot of fun playing it. It's really scary. Overrun, because I mean, we got a lot of creatures. Why not? And then Garrick Primal Hunter. I'll be honest with you, Garrick I use more as card draw than I do as the overrun or the making creatures. Just a card draw card. That's exactly what it is. There's been many times because after your commander, he gets the pluses until end of turn, and you can just play Garrick for 5 mana and draw like 20 cards. So I do have that beautiful, beautiful Vidalcan Ore, so that you can do all this at instant speed. You don't have to wait. I mean, your turn, you just lay land pass, and because you got everybody else's turn. Good old regrowth. Get back the things you lost. Now, like I said, we want mass amounts of elves on the board. Elvish Promenade. I'm glad that we got a non-tribal version, Elvish Ambush, so that we can have 2. Liliana Huntmaster. I really love buy one, get one free elves. Wolverine Riders. I had this in play for the first time, and I played it, and I was like, oh, that says each upkeep. That's remarkable. and then the gain life thing. Ooh. Elvish Warmaster. Another elves. And then we have just good old-fashioned elf bodies. Now, all of these do something different, but we've done this elf thing quite a few times, right? So I'm not going to go through all of these. Just real quick. Arbor Elf, Elvish Sky Sweeper, Bramblewood Paragons. Most elf tokens that you make are elf warriors. That's right, elf warriors. I do not like this tripod at all. Titania's Chosen, Weatherseed Elf, Darkwatch Elf. This one sneaks in under the radar quite a bit with the protection from black. I swear I dislike this tripod. Sylvan Messenger, Thornwheeled Archer, Thorn Lieutenant, Steel Lead Champion, Well-Wisher's good, the Bowmaster, Gamekeeper, Taunting Elf. Taunting Elf draws a lot of hate just because it wins games. And then Essence Warden, great card. Now on to removal. We have Jagged Scar Archer. I classify as removal. Tap to kill a flyer, which is pretty much most of the time what Jagged Scar says. Beautiful card. Naturalize, Primal Command. Deglamour is undervalued against things that are indestructible, i.e. Darksteel Forge, which is increasing in popularity right now just because of all the artifacts that have come out in the past year. Broken Bond, Nature's Claim, Vow of Wilderness, because if it's not a problem to me, it's not a problem. Viridian Shaman, Ruinous Intrusion. I like this. It does all the things that we want. It's an instant. It exiles artifacts or enchantment, and it gets counters on our commander, which we want anyway. Yeah, and then Lignify for that. It's on the board, but it's useless kind of thing. So they can't recast their commander. It's still there. Karn's Bastion to proliferate. Wirewood Lodge. Get silly when you have the priest. And then lastly, the Tranquil Thicket. As I said, this is a monster of a elf deck. It's probably one of the better performing elf decks I've ever done because it gets out of hand very, very quickly. Probably need that. And you can just straight outright start player killing when the whole table has to team up to beat the elf deck. And yes, there's a lot of cards I could put in here to improve it. Heroic Intervention comes to mind, and Heroic Intervention type cards. So, yeah. strongly encourage, if elves are your thing, get you a copy of Imaryll from the. This is from the game night box set. I guess I should have said that before now. But that's what I've got for today. Once again, I want to thank the patrons, and I want to thank y'all for watching, and to remember to support your local game store. And that's all I've got for today. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle and cut.